So here's my argument. With all the criticism, Democrats had no plan to stop Russian aggression in Ukraine. They had no plan to end it either. Now, no matter how the Russia-Ukraine war ends, the Democrats and the media will claim that Donald Trump alone failed. Not NATO, not European leaders, not Barack Obama, who watched Putin cross into Ukraine in 2014, and certainly not Biden, who watched Putin increase his hold in 2022, even though he gave it some kind of weird blessing.
So I think what you're going to see is that Russia will be held accountable if it invades. And it depends on what it does. It's one thing if it's a minor incursion and then we end up having a fight about what to do and not do, et cetera.
Yeah, minor incursion to occupy territory and hold it. No, it's Trump, right? It's all Trump. And the Democrats kind of want this war to continue so they can continue to blame Trump. And right now, empty suit hacks like Representative Eric Swalwell are running their mouths. But Biden, again, had no plan. Harris had no plan. The initial invasion did happen on Obama's watch, and there were no repercussions. The second invasion happened on Biden's watch, but Trump's the failure.
Well, if you're Europe, you're quite worried now because you just saw the president of the United States achieve zero. And they will have to ask themselves, what more are they willing to do, knowing that they, too, could be thrown under the bus if Russia ever moved farther west. But as far as objectives, I was hoping to hear that there would be a trilateral meeting. That didn't come out of this. I was hoping to hear there'd be a ceasefire. That didn't come out of this. And I was hoping to at least hear about the territory that would be proposed or exchanged by both sides. That didn't come out of this. Look, Alicia, I don't know if Donald Trump is or is not a Russian asset. I do know that at press conferences like this and like at Helsinki, he certainly acts like one.
Right. How dare he treat Putin so nicely when he's trying to end the war? I mean, Putin's a war criminal. And what? Trump smiles and shakes his hand? Oh, my God. Yeah. Seriously. He's trying this thing called diplomacy. What did you want him to do? Would Biden have, squared off and challenged him to a fight? Would Harris throw a shoe at him? What did Obama get? What did Biden get? The answer is nothing.
All of us would obviously prefer an immediate ceasefire while we work on a lasting peace, and maybe something like that could happen. As of this moment, it's not happening, but President Zelensky and President Putin can talk a little bit more about that. You know, in the 6 or so wars that we stopped, we haven't had a ceasefire. And so I don't know that it's necessary. You can do it through the war, but it would be, I like the ceasefire from another standpoint. You immediately stop the killing. But I believe a peace agreement at the end of all of this is something that's very attainable, and it can be done in the near future.
You know, after that red carpet arrival in Alaska, Democrats ran to social media to condemn Trump. Chuck Schumer, put this on his X account. Today, Donald Trump rolled out the red carpet for authoritarian thug Vladimir Putin. Instead of standing with Ukraine and our allies, Trump stood shoulder to shoulder with an autocrat that's terrorized the Ukrainian people and the globe for years. While we wait for critical details of what was discussed on First Take, it appears Trump handed Putin legitimacy, a global stage, zero accountability, and got nothing in return. Our fear is that this wasn't diplomacy, it was just theater. Is this the same guy, Chuck Schumer?
So I welcome you. Thank you. And he even enjoyed a Krispy Kreme.
You know, it's amazing watching these Democrats criticize Donald Trump. They never had a negative word to say about Obama, Biden, Harris, none of whom did anything right here. They didn't arm Ukraine. Trump armed Ukraine. Trump got NATO nations to put up 5% of GDP. Trump got NATO nations to actually purchase American weapons and transfer them to Ukraine. So it's not just the United States pouring billions of dollars into this, but it is Donald Trump that is working with NATO now to try to bridge the gap between Zelensky and Putin and end this war. But if it's not perfect, it's not going to be good enough for the Democrats, and they're going to try to use it against them, even though they were useless. And that's my argument.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.